Imagine a world where your car never needs a gas station, where it never needs a charging cable, where every morning, as the sun rises, your vehicle silently drinks from the sky itself, storing pure solar energy in its veins, preparing for another day of effortless travel. Imagine pulling into your driveway after a 300-mile journey through the desert, and instead of frantically searching for the nearest charging station, you simply park and watch as tomorrow's miles accumulate automatically, powered by nothing but sunlight. Imagine an automotive industry titan, a company worth over $1 trillion, suddenly going quiet when asked about their next breakthrough, while a small startup in California casually posts a video that makes their engineers stay up all night, frantically running calculations. This sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? Like some distant utopian dream that exists only in the minds of environmental activists and Tesla fanboys. But what if I told you this scenario isn't science fiction at all? What if I told you that right now, as you're listening to these words, there's a vehicle rolling across American highways that has just shattered every assumption we had about electric transportation? A vehicle so efficient, so revolutionary, that it's making the entire automotive establishment question everything they thought they knew about the future of mobility. This is the story of Aptera, and why the world is about to change forever. On March 28, 2025, something extraordinary happened in the Mojave Desert. While most of America was going about their daily routines, a peculiar three-wheeled vehicle completed what would become one of the most significant road trips in automotive history. This wasn't just any road trip. This was validation. The vehicle in question was Aptera's production intent solar electric vehicle, and it had just completed a 300-mile journey that delivered results so shocking they're still being analyzed by automotive experts months later. Here are the numbers that are keeping automotive executives awake at night. 122 watt-hours per mile. To put that in perspective, the most efficient production electric vehicle currently available, Tesla's Model Y, consumes about 250 watt-hours per mile. The Aptera just achieved twice the efficiency of the most advanced electric vehicle on the planet. But that's not even the most shocking part. During this 300-mile journey, the vehicle's solar panels generated 2.4 kilowatt-hours of energy, equivalent to 20 miles of free driving, powered entirely by the sun. In a world where every other electric vehicle is racing to build bigger batteries, Aptera just proved you can drive significant distances without any external energy input at all. The implications are staggering. With 700 watts of integrated solar panels, Aptera claims their vehicle can drive up to 40 miles per day completely off the grid. That means for millions of Americans whose daily commute is under 40 miles, this vehicle could theoretically run forever without ever touching the power grid. But let's dig deeper into the leaked reports and real-world data that major automakers desperately don't want you to see. According to validation testing completed in February 2025, Aptera's mathematical simulation models predict real-world efficiency within just a few percentage points, a level of precision that took Tesla nearly a decade to achieve. The company has been conducting coast-down tests and aerodynamic validation at Pininfarina's wind tunnel, the same facility where Ferrari and Lamborghini perfect their supercars. The results? A drag coefficient so low it defies conventional automotive physics. Independent automotive analysts reported that Aptera demonstrated efficiency of 122 watt-hours per mile, which is twice as efficient as today's most efficient production electric vehicle. Automotive magazines are calling it potentially the most efficient production vehicle ever created, while major publications acknowledge the vehicle traveled over 300 miles on a full charge, with solar panels generating up to 545 watts of power. Even more telling are the leaked internal documents from traditional automakers. Sources inside major manufacturers report emergency meetings, rushed research initiatives, and frantic attempts to understand how a startup with less than $200 million in funding managed to achieve what billion-dollar research and development departments couldn't accomplish in decades. The reaction to Aptera's breakthrough has been as revealing as the technology itself. Automotive YouTubers and influencers have been scrambling to get their hands on test drives. Jay Leno featured the vehicle on his show, calling it a glimpse into the automotive future. Clean energy advocates are hailing it as the breakthrough they've been waiting for. But there's also disbelief. Traditional automotive analysts are questioning the data. Major review channels have published concerns about Aptera's efficiency claims, challenging whether real-world conditions could match the company's projections. The panic is evident in the silence from major automakers. Ford, General Motors, Tesla, companies that have invested hundreds of billions in electric vehicle development, have offered no public comment on Aptera's achievements. When contacted for comment, representatives either declined or failed to respond entirely. On social media, the reactions range from euphoric to deeply skeptical. Some longtime fans express frustration with constant delays and missed promises from previous iterations of the company. Others remain optimistic, believing Aptera is building a future where every journey is fully powered by the sun. The most telling reaction has been the coordinated attack on Aptera's credibility. Critics point to the company's previous bankruptcy in 2011, questioning whether this third iteration can succeed where the previous two failed. Financial analysts are expressing concern about the company's runway, noting that as of June 2025, Aptera had approximately $13 million in the bank while burning through significant cash reserves. If Aptera's technology proves scalable, the global consequences could reshape entire industries overnight. Countries could reduce oil imports by transitioning to solar-powered transportation fleets. Nations with abundant sunshine, from Australia to Morocco to Arizona, could become energy exporters rather than importers. The need for massive charging infrastructure investments could evaporate. Why build millions of charging stations when vehicles can charge themselves? The $2.7 trillion global automotive industry faces potential obsolescence. Traditional automakers' business models, built on selling fuel, maintenance, and replacement parts, crumble when vehicles require minimal energy input and have fewer moving components. Transportation accounts for 24% of global carbon dioxide emissions. Solar vehicles could eliminate a significant portion of those emissions without requiring grid upgrades or new power generation capacity. Major financial publications are acknowledging that solar-powered cars and trucks are almost here, recognizing the potential for industry disruption. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Just when critics were predicting Aptera's demise, the underdog began fighting back with unprecedented support. Federal electric vehicle tax credits of up to $7,500 remain available for qualifying electric vehicles, potentially including Aptera's solar EV when it reaches production. California's zero-emission vehicle program continues to drive demand for innovative clean transportation solutions. Aptera has amassed nearly 50,000 vehicle reservations worth $1.7 billion in pre-orders, demonstrating unprecedented grassroots support. The company has raised over $135 million through equity crowdfunding, a record-breaking achievement that proves people are hungry for alternatives to traditional transportation. In September 2025, Aptera hired Leon Konitz, a Tesla and NIO production veteran, as Senior Vice President of Engineering. Sandy Munro, one of the automotive industry's most respected analysts, has become an investor and advisor. LG Energy Solution has partnered with Aptera to provide battery systems, lending credibility and manufacturing expertise to the startup. Maxion Solar Technologies is providing the crucial solar cell technology that makes the entire concept possible. Perhaps most importantly, Aptera has announced plans to license their solar technology to other manufacturers, potentially accelerating adoption across the entire automotive industry. This isn't just about one company anymore. It's about a movement. The path ahead isn't without challenges. Aptera faces the same production hurdles that have claimed numerous electric vehicle startups. The company's crowdfunding campaign closed in July 2025, and they're now pursuing traditional funding to reach manufacturing scale. But the momentum is undeniable. At CES 2025, Aptera unveiled their production-ready solar electric vehicle, marking a crucial transition from prototype to manufacturable product. The company has completed validation testing in the Mojave Desert, proving their technology works in real-world conditions. They've validated aerodynamics at world-class facilities. They've attracted industry veterans and secured technology partnerships with global suppliers. Most importantly, they've demonstrated something that seemed impossible just a few years ago: that solar-powered transportation isn't just feasible, it's inevitable. This isn't just about technology. This isn't just about efficiency numbers or solar panels or three-wheeled vehicles that look like something from a science fiction movie. This is about power and who gets to control the future. For over a century, the global economy has been built on scarcity. Scarce oil, scarce resources, scarce energy. Countries have gone to war over access to fossil fuels. Entire geopolitical structures have been built around who controls energy supplies. But what happens when energy becomes abundant? What happens when every vehicle becomes its own power plant? What happens when the sun, available to everyone, controlled by no one, becomes the primary fuel source for transportation? The answer is simple. Everything changes. Power shifts from oil companies to individuals, from centralized energy grids to distributed solar networks, from countries that happen to sit on oil reserves to nations with abundant sunshine and innovative thinking. Aptera's 300-mile road trip wasn't just a test drive. It was a proof of concept for a future where energy independence isn't just possible, it's inevitable. The efficiency data is real. The technology works. The demand exists. The only question that remains is whether established industries will adapt to this new reality, or whether they'll be swept aside by the solar-powered revolution that's already begun. One thing is certain: the future of transportation will be written by the sun, and companies like Aptera are holding the pen. The road trip is over. The revolution has just begun. This is not just about rewriting automotive technology. It's about rewriting the future itself and shifting global power from those who control fossil fuels to those who harness the infinite energy of our nearest star. Welcome to the solar age.